We'll wait for people to get in here, and while we do that, we'll get some Palo Santos going, and we have some nettle and juniper, okay? So we'll get the nettle and juniper going because this is the protection as well. But when you look at this, Father used juniper a lot, okay? So I hope all my soul family is doing well. What is up? What is up? Don't be afraid to put down in the comments for the roll call of CBVOY and HIC, because that's creating the best version of yourself, and happiness is contagious, okay? We have kind of a lot that's going on tonight, but like I said, we'll wait for our family to get in here. Get some Palo Santos going, cleanse the area. And tonight is going to be a little bit different. So, and when I say a little bit different, what we're going to do is once everybody gets in here, we're going to get a small read to see what the energy is going on, let you know what is going up, what is going down, what is going all around, okay? So again, Palo Santos, protection. My soul family, you are protected. Always know that you are always protected. You are never alone. All right. There we go. Get it on. Get it on. All right. Oofta. Hot diggity dog. Welcome, welcome. Like I said, CBVOY, creating that best version of yourself. And how do we do that? We go inward, okay? And when we go inward, we do that self-healing, that self-love, and that self-care to want to make a change in our life, to want to do better, to want to come out of that mental instability, okay? To come on our purpose, to get rid of the depression, the anxiety, the PTSD, the triggers. We're here, soul family, to work together, okay? So let's find out what is in the headspace, because our headspace is very important, right? Okay, what is in the heart space? What is in the heart space? Confirmation. Woo! And what is in the soul? That's beautiful. All right, I'm telling you. Okay, so we have a divine masculine. If you are watching right now, this message is for you, okay? The thing is, Father is saying things are going to come into calmer waters, okay? You can get out of your head. You can get out of your insecurities. You know, that mental health is very important, okay? And you can't fight it alone. You can't fight it alone. We have to put in the hard work together as a soul team to be able to stay deeply rooted and grounded and help each other make them changes. So divine masculine, know that you are not alone, okay? All right, I'm not going to put up with this light going in, out, in, out. There, can you see me? There we go. So you are not alone, divine masculine, okay? And so once we get this message, then that is the clarity that we need in order to stay down to earth, right? It's because Father is saying that beings all the trauma that we've gone through, beings all of, you know, the karmic family situation, childhood trauma, addictions, abuse, you know, it's like, how do we cope? How do we do things different? And Father's coming in and saying, how do you do that different? You reach out to the people who are struggling and going through it too. Now, somebody, and I don't know who the energy is for, so I'm putting it out there. Somebody could be sitting in a massive migraine headache, okay? Because you're too much in your head. Good evening, soul family. Welcome, welcome. Love to see you all. So we're going to find out the head, the heart, and the soul to find out what is going on energetically. Because like I said, a lot of you are feeling the full moon ascension, symptoms and everything else, and that kind of lingers around. But the main thing is tonight is going to be where we come together and we come closer, right? We come closer, building that stable foundation. The Ascended Masters are coming through to stand in that power and be abundant together, because we know this journey is hard. And again, the mental health is massively important. Okay, a lot of you self-doubt yourself, you have the insecurities, you ridicule yourself, you cause a lot of dismay because you're in that stinking thinking. So what we have in our headspace is, I'm going to show you here. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups. We have the Page of Cups and the Temperance. So what Father is showing me with this is, okay, we're getting the messages. We're getting the messages to be able to come together and manifest. Take that leadership and know that we are not alone. We are not alone. We have to build a new enterprise, and that new enterprise is basically us coming together and rebuilding this world one person, one day at a time. Now, we can't fix people. We can't do the inner work for people, but we can help them come out of their mental instability, okay? We can help them come out of their depression. We can help them understand this journey is hard because, look, you're trapped in your mental mind. Okay, it's very emotional, and you have to stand in your power. You have to balance them emotions in order to see the signs and synchronicities that are coming in. Because if you're missing the signs and synchronicities, you're not going to evolve on your spiritual journey, right? But you have a purpose. Now, everybody here has a purpose. And Father is saying, a lot of people are trapped in their head, is like, oh, I'm no good. Oh, I'm here for nothing. I'm not good at anything. I can't do anything. I'm always in my head. I'm always in this darkness. Well, that's why we're trying to bring it to calmer waters, right? This is why we're trying to help you. This is all about growth. This is all about unconditional love. This is learning how to put in the hard work, Divine Masculine, to love yourself. Okay, Divine Feminine, you are the nurturer, Father is saying, and a lot of you don't love yourself because of the things that you have gone through when it comes to the karmic family, childhood trauma, addictions, abuse, the bondages, the relationships that hold that residue on you because you never cut them energetic cords, you never cut them strings. And Father's talking about, it's like, they make our insecurities, say it again, Father. The insecurities that we carry, it's because these people have made them insecurities because they didn't want to see us move forward, right? So in our mind, it's like we find comfort in this darkness. We find comfort, of committing these sins. We find comfort of staying in that comfort zone and not wanting to move forward, not wanting to work on anything, not wanting to do anything. And Father says that is what is causing so many upheavals and tower moments in people's life, because they're not wanting to crush down them walls and rebuild a true stable foundation and have that new beginning. It's like you want things to change, but you got to break down them walls in order to have that new beginning. You have to break down them walls. It's like you have to completely, it's almost like a computer, okay? You have to completely reprogram not only your mind, your heart, and your soul to come back to the innocence of who you are. But when we have the Page of Pentacles coming in, Father is saying, look, in order to manifest anything, to manifest any of the goals and dreams and the desires to come true, we have to break them bonds and them addictions. Okay, them bonds are people have us mentally trapped in our head. People that have done things to us, the way we grew up, the way that we were surrounded by karmic family, the way that we had karmic friends, karmic soul lessons, whatever it may be. 2 major arcanas. And this is all about balance, right? These two major arcanas is about that duality. It's about that balance. And it throws you off balance. It throws you off kilter. 10-10, yes, God and the angels are there with you. 2-4, that is the unconditional love. But they throw you off balance because whether it's trauma from losing a loved one, somebody you really cared about deeply, whether it was trauma from the abuse, whether it was trauma from the addictions, whether it was trauma from step parents, whatever it may be, Father is saying, mentally, that darkness is going to keep you trapped. Mentally, it's going to bring you into doing things against your energetic vessel, whether it's committing sin, whether it's addictions, whether it's self-destruction. But this all plays a massive part, okay? So in the soul, Father is saying, look, you have to see your potential. You have to see your potential. And this has been coming out for over 2 weeks now, that you have to open up and say, you know what? I'm ready to make this change. I'm tired of the same old karmic lesson. I'm tired of the same old insecurities. I'm tired of being on that same little hamster wheel and nobody's feeding that hamster except for you and them negative thoughts. So what do you have to do? Father says, come to your soul family. You have all gone through things. And so tonight, with this beautiful little message, we're going to get a little bit more clarity, and then we're going to go into questions and answers, okay? And this is where people don't like to do this, okay? People cannot stand to do this because this is where you need to be transparent. This is where you need to be vulnerable. And if you want to hide behind the illusions and lies of your life, then you're not ready for the healing. You're not ready for the healing. The fact is if you can be open and honest and not care what other people think about you, the only person that you have to worry about what person thinks of you is Father. Okay? And the way he thinks of you is when he sees you working hard and being able to do this healing, to come to your purpose, to balance these dark emotions that are so destructive and destroying our world, destroying the people we love, no matter what position they're in, okay? No matter what level of success they're in, it destroys them. And you have to rebuild it. Now, when I got this energy of coming into calmer waters, you need to take the energy how it resonates, because again, I'm going to say it, we possess both divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Some of you are in your divine masculine, where you're independently owned and operated. You are the achievers, you are the doers, you are the money makers, you're the provider, everything. And some of you are in the divine feminine, where you need to harden up a little bit. You need to be able to set healthy boundaries. You can still be that nurturer, but you have to step into your divine masculine energy and say, look, I'm going to bring it to calmer waters. I'm going to bring these issues out. I'm going to clear my mental health space because I'm important. I'm valued. Whether I see myself as being valued, other people value you because of the beautiful gifts and qualities that you possess, right? And that's where we have to put in the hard work. We have to change the perspective of what these karmic families and friends, and partners have tried to instill in your head. The pain, the hurt, the childhood trauma, the loss, okay? Because a lot of people don't understand that if you have somebody who's a mentor in your life and you lose that person, it now puts you in your mental mind, right? It now creates that mental health instability. Now, mental health is one of the most leading causes to the actions that people take and the towers that end up falling in their life. And Father says they need to quit falling and we need to rise up. We need to be that phoenix and we need to rise above all of this and be comfortable in our skin, in our mind, in our heart, and in our soul, because we've all been hurt in some way, shape, or form. Now, the ones who can be truly vulnerable and be able to speak it, it's like I get these energies that come in constantly that say, can you truly love me for who I am? You damn right. You damn right. Okay. And that is the true clarity. The thing is that somebody can't love you for who you are, then they don't belong in your life. Because we have that turbulence. We have them trials and tribulations. We have them ups and downs. We have them tower moments that have created that mental incapacity to not be able to think clearly, because we have bonds that are stuck to us from other energies. You know, we have addictions that we have indulged in because of the fact that that pain was so bad. What did we want to do? We wanted to numb that pain. Well, Father says, instead of numbing that pain, have a new beginning. Have a new beginning, because the Knight of Pentacles is all about taking that motion and break that routine. Be efficient in who you are, and have that orientation of saying, hey, I can train myself to come out of this. I can train myself to be better. I can train myself to understand that I am worthy and deserving, you know, that I deserve true unconditional love. I deserve respect. I deserve loyalty because I speak my truth, right? You can have that orientation to reprogram yourself and break them bonds, break them curses, break them generational curses that have been destroying this world over and over, because people get all tied up. And Father is also coming through and saying that lately in the energy, and this is where it's like, it's almost like somebody come up behind me of the energy that I'm feeling. So for whoever this is for, know that I'm picking up your energy, but it's like somebody came and hit you over the head. It's like you're so deep in your thoughts, you know, of, am I good enough? You know, how do people see me? Am I going to be able, you know, to live my life when the bad part of me comes out? Yes, you can, because that good part of you is going to override that negative part. Okay. The positives always override the negative. The thing is can you get the clarity to untie yourself from these sticky situations, from this pain, from this hurt that you have endured? Now, I could tell you, I can do 19 videos right now, Father said, with him on the different titles of the things that are going on. And Father said he's noticed that since I've been doing this, we have some copycats out there, okay? It's okay. It's okay, because he's bringing it forward on the copycats. He's like, the thing is we each have a purpose. He gives us each with our own gifts. Stop trying to be like somebody else. Stop portraying to be somebody else. Love who you are and be you, because I'm telling you, you are worth it. And once you get the clarity of who you are and you step into your true power, it's like all them tower moments are going to be a great testimony to your spiritual journey in what Father wants you to do in that new beginning, okay? All right, Father, what else do we need to know here before we go into the questions and answers? Because, yeah, what do we need to do? The Page of Wands and the Hermit. Woo-wee. Okay, Father is saying this is all about the discovery. This is all about get excited for the journey. The journey. Doing. Okay, he's telling me to do an energy cleanse here, so we will do that here in a minute. But the thing is like, get excited. Because when you can see things in a different light, I'm telling you, you're going to see that this life is beautiful, that the small things, the medium, the large, the extra large, they're all beautiful. They all have purpose and they all have meaning. So when he brings this out, he wants me to bring out a few of the signs and synchronicities that some of you may have been seeing. Now, somebody, I don't know who it is, but I know I could say that I go through it, okay? Everything on our energetic vessel has a synchronicity, okay? It has a sign and synchronicity. So Father is saying, for whoever you are watching right now, that 8 sneezes that you do in a row and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? Am I getting sick? Am I allergic to something? Father says, no, listen. He is trying to tell you that you have made significant changes in your life and he's bringing you good fortune. He's bringing you something beautiful. You have to understand the journey because the journey is real. Now, the thing is when you have these sneezes, and for whoever it may be, if you're willing to be open and vulnerable and transparent and be your true authentic self and stand in your integrity of who God made you, I need to be able to put this out there. Okay, sister. All right. That's what I'm talking about. So Father's talking, people think that, oh, this is just random. No, it's not. This is meant for each of our soul family members to ascend and evolve on their journey. Now, if you did them 8 sneezes between 7 and 8 in the morning, he says, listen, you're going to experience happiness all week long. There's going to be a great joy, a great energy of joy that you feel all around you about the subtle changes that you have been making. It's almost like the iceberg. You've been chipping it away for this for a long time and you didn't see any progress. And then once Father started bringing people into your life, it's like all of a sudden it was like somebody had a blow dryer there and you were melting the ice instead of chipping it away going, how am I going to get this to where I need, to get that cube exactly where I need so that I know I'm on the right path. Now, Father says, if you sneezed that 8 times between 8 and 9 in the morning, okay, and this is important for somebody. If you sneezed between 8 and 9 a.m., you have a very important letter that's going to come in the mail that is going to change your life. It is going to change your life for the better. Okay, Gabriella, I greatly appreciate you, soul sister, for coming in here and to be able to be vulnerable like that. That shows great strength, okay? And it's like you're hiding the trauma. We're going to help you. Like I said, we can't fix you, but being on my journey, I used to hide all my trauma, okay? I'm a Capricorn. We keep that stuff pushed down. We don't want anybody else to feel burdened by our problems. And I know a lot of you, it's not just the zodiacs, okay? All right, sister. Yeah, that's beautiful because the thing is this has been going on for me for a very long time, okay? Very long time. Way more than 3 years, way more than 10, way more than, I'm telling you, 30 years, okay? The thing is God is telling you, soul family, when you see 1010, God is telling you that you are on your divine path. Okay, you need to trust and believe in him, and you need to trust and believe in yourself. Oh, don't be sorry, sweetheart. Yes. Okay, if you see it every day, that's good. That means God is carrying you every step of the way. So when you start to get in your head, Father is saying, know that he is showing you that sign. You're not alone. He's there. He's trying to pull you out of them thoughts because then he shows me 1022. Okay. Now 22 is a master number. That is all about our foundation. 10 is meaning you are a 10 on the Richter scale because you are a very unique individual. And that 1 is you as an angelic being. That 0 that makes the 10 is our Father as a whole. So you and him together are that perfect 10, right? But he's saying that if you're seeing 1022, that's Archangel Raphael coming in and saying, listen, I know that your foundation is a little rocky and unstable right now, but he's telling you, hey, take a step back. Yes. And that's beautiful. Let's see. Yes, and it does scare a lot of people when they come into that awakening because Energetically, they can't explain certain things that are going on. Energetically, they can't explain how they know certain things. And as it starts coming out and you learn the journey and you learn the different things, you're like, that all makes sense now. It's like I sat here insecure and I worried the whole time when Archangel Raphael and you and God were trying to work together saying, listen, angelic soul being, God is with you. He's helping you create that stable foundation. So take a step back, pull your energy back because you have new opportunities that are coming. Yes, and physically your body will break down. And the reason why a lot of people have and I can't say, because Father's saying it's not that you don't understand. There's a misrepresentation when it comes to that physical pain that your body starts to feel in your awakening. It's because on a cellular level, when we hold all that pain in our solar plex and it starts blocking all of our chakras to be balanced, to where the energy is flowing and we feel this happiness, instead it creates these tower moments. What happens is all that pain that you are holding in actually is in the cells of your body. So it's like the receptors are saying, okay, you've got so much pain. You're in your mental head. Okay. And when I say you're in your mental head, it's like your thoughts. Okay. You're doubting yourself, your insecurities, your worries, it's like, you're wondering who likes you and who doesn't, and what am I here for, and what am I good at, and how am I going to do this, and how am I going to do that. And it's like energetically it attaches to all the cells in your body, and you start feeling lower back aches, knee pains, and cramping, Charlie horses. Them are the main ones that people may feel from the lower half, and that's because the solar plex is blocked, and that totally blocks your passion to do things, your creativity. It blocks you from being deeply rooted and grounding and knowing, hey, I got to get out of this. I got to be able to come back to that heart space. Yes, and if you're hurting all over where you're feeling it in your arms, that means all of your chakras are blocked. And with all of your chakras being blocked, this is where that you feel like you have some type of confusion. It's like you feel like you're not getting the clarity from Father or your spiritual team. It's like you're putting in all this hard work and you're like, I'm not seeing no results. Why do I feel like now that I awakened, I'm not being able to connect as good? You are. It's just you have to unblock them. So Father is calling me to do this. So family, let's do this. Okay? We're going to unblock our soul family chakras right now. Because as we're talking about this, Father is telling me it's like somebody is having like shoulder pain and massive neck pain where you have like almost like a headache, like right here on the back of your head. And he said that's because you're so tense. You're so tense. You have all these thoughts that are going on. And he's saying you're carrying all this weight on your shoulders and it's time to release. So family, we are going to do just that. Okay. This is my Reiki Tibanian healing bowl. Yes. And that happens because of the fact we hold all this stuff in. And that's where Father wants our soul family to know we are not alone. We are definitely not alone, because when it hurts, like he's showing me, like I said, right here on the shoulders, it's almost like if you were in the gym and you were pumping weights for like a couple hours and heavy lifting. It's like this pressure down right here, all the way up to your neck by your ears, and it comes around and comes right here. And it just sits there to where it feels like there's so much pressure in your ears, like you've got an earache. Hello, Glory. Yes. Okay, Purple Bird. So you guys are feeling these massive ascension symptoms that are really taking on stuff. Yes, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, sweetheart, because a lot of people want to judge people because they have to go there. You need to pat yourself on the back because you got the help that you needed, right? It may not have fixed everything, but it made you aware and it helped you awaken. Okay? So now when I do this, I just want to take a pause a minute and then we'll continue in there. Yes, hello, Glory. 999. Yes, hello, hello. So when I go and I start getting the energetic cleanse, I want you to take, they call it prana, okay? That means take a deep breath in, hold it for 4 seconds. And while you're holding it for 4 seconds, when I say, okay, release your apana, you're going to release that apana, but you're going to push it out hard and push out all them negative energies from you, okay? And you hold out for 6 seconds and push it out for 6 seconds. And I mean like, like you're trying to blow out a birthday cake or candles or something, okay? And the reason why, you're going to feel that sense of peace when we do this, okay? Absolutely. And that's because you come around your soul family, sweetheart. When you start coming around your soul family energetically, it's like they become the pillars of strength. They help you with that new beginning, okay? And that's why you start feeling more charged, like you've got more energy. And some people, with all the different classifications, some people say like, when my energy's constantly vibrating because I'm always keeping it balanced. And they're like, do you have ADHD? And I'm like, no, I'm OCD, but I don't have ADHD. And they're like, well, why do you have so much energy? And it's like, because that energetic soul, when you start healing them deep cells in your body, you release so much. Okay? All right. So we're going to do this, soul family. And like I said, when I start doing this, I need you, because we're going to cleanse it and we're going to make sure any that's backed up, we're going to reverse and put it all out there. So when I say prana, take a deep breath in, hold it for 4 seconds, because that is about your stability. Your stability is important. And when we go to push it out, I'm going to say apana. You're going to push it out real hard for 6 seconds, because that's that unconditional love that you're giving to yourself. Yes, and that's what you want to feel, sweetheart. Okay? So let's go ahead. Take your prana in. All right, apana out. We definitely got some stuck energies. Okay, we're going to do it again. We've definitely got some stuck energies in here. I can feel the heaviness in your shoulders. I can feel it in your neck. And for somebody, I don't know who this is, but it comes down right here, comes down the right side, and it's making your elbow feel like you've got like tendonitis. Okay, that's them negative energies trying to block your heart chakra. Okay, so we're going to do it again. Ready, soul family? Take your prana in. Yeah, it's bad. Let your apana out. Push it, push it, push it, push it. Take another prana in. Ooh, we got a lot of dark energies. All right. Push it out, your apana. He's wanting me to get the other one too, because see, this is the healing of bringing it in balance, but now we've got to go one step further, because as you can tell, the tone, it's not wanting to clear the energy. Okay, so again, we're going to go deep breath in. You're going to hold it, your piranha, for 4 seconds. And when I say apana, you're going to push it out hard, because you want to release them energies. Ready? Piranha in. Apana out. Piranha in. Apana out. Now when we do this, now it should clear much better. So we're going to find out here. And it's already ringing and I haven't even got it out yet. Hold on, it's not wanting to fully come out. There we go. Okay, this one is the heart chakra. So this is all of your chakras. Some of you, because of that deep pain, that deep hurt, you're blocking the heart chakra, which is creating that headache. So let's see if we can get it, soul family. Again, when I do this, you know, piranha in, 4 seconds, apana out, 6 seconds, push it hard. I'll leave it up to you guys so I don't have to say it, because I really want you to focus on being able to take it in, feel that white, you know, energy coming in, that golden energy coming in and going through your head and going through all the way through your body, okay? Here we go. Ooh, we got some blocked hearts. Massively. Okay, hold on a minute. Father, whoever's heart is very cold as ice right now, please, please go within and help release, because I've never heard my energy cleanser that deep. A little lightheartedness. Whoo-wee. All right, we're going to go. Now we're getting it, soul family. Now we're getting it. I'm telling you. Much, much better. Let's see if the other chakras. Oh, yeah. Way better. Much better, soul family. Okay. All right, sweetheart. Yes. So you're not the only one. Yes. So when it comes to this, a lot of us that get stuck in our head after a breakup, the thing is you got to know that you block all your chakras. And so you're tense, that pain, that hurt, to where your mind starts to play a stronghold on you, okay? It comes in and it's like, oh, okay, all your chakras are blocked. Well, guess what? Now I'm going to come in and this thing between your ears goes, how long have they been doing it? And you start questioning everything. How long have they been doing it? Why would they do this? What's wrong with me? What did I do? The thing is everybody in the relationship takes accountability. Yes, you are very welcome. And by doing that, yes, thank you, Free White Dove. Thank you, So Family. Yes, that will always help. I also have other things that I can bring out. And if this is helping my soul family, unblock them energies so that you can be able to get the messages and get the clarity that Father is saying, hey, this is what we need to do. I have many tools that can realign, can attune you, can make sure that we unblock all these things that have trapped you. Okay? Yes, so you want to know more about the number 530. Okay? So what Father is saying is that you have made changes in your life, but the other person hasn't really gone in and made the changes, right? And Father is saying that when you see that number, that synchronicity is saying God has seen your changes and what you're trying to do for you. But not everybody wants to take that step, okay? Because 5 is all about the new beginnings, okay? Getting rid of the adversity, having the new beginnings. And 3 is all about the communication. When you combine it and put it as 530, Father is saying, listen, you've made changes. He sees them changes. You are working diligently to stand in your power. But the thing is other people around you say, oh, well, you haven't changed. I don't see nothing, and they try to keep you in that stinking thinking. Okay, Gabrielle. Right. And that's the thing, because when Father is showing you that is a sign that you have made changes, okay? You are doing for you, but I'm hearing they're not making them changes, and that's why Father brings it through. Gabriella, the thing is with you being so trapped, you have been guided by Father to the right place when it comes to your spiritual journey, because we are here to help each other open up your gifts, strengthen you, and to unblock these things. Because it's like right now, the person that was having, the headache, and the way I described it from the shoulders on up, it's like now right here back by your pineal gland, you feel kind of like a pulse like this. Yes. Yes, sweetheart. The thing is somebody's feeling like that pulse now after we did the energetic cleanse. It's like you feel like it's going like this. So spiritually, what that is telling me is that your pineal gland is calcified. Okay. And what that means is on your spiritual journey, you've come to a feeling of stuck. You're like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. I don't know, because I can't even fix my own life. How am I going to be out doing my light work or my star seed or, my empath or, my psychic medium? Yes. Okay, Glory. Yes. And the thing is okay, a lot of people who go through this heartache, it starts to ice your heart. Okay, now you come from true unconditional love. I'm talking loyalty, hard work, faithful, honesty. You want that communication. You're willing to put in the hard work. And it's like when this person breaks your heart, when this soul contract breaks your heart, it's like, what happens? They now not only just put you in your head, physically, your body feels depleted, defeated, and it just feels limp. It feels like you don't want to do nothing. You isolate yourself. You don't want to move forward, right? And Father's saying, listen, when you see that this is going on, you can make that change by understanding about the journey of it, because it starts to ice your heart. It starts to change you. Then you're saying like, well, because of this, I'm never going to have love. I'm never going to be able to trust. This person abandoned me in the worst time of my life, or they did these things to me in the worst time. I needed them more than ever, and it's like they turned their back. Father wants you to know that the person that broke your heart, no matter if you were with a he or she, okay, for a year to 10 years to 20 to 30 years, Father said that soul contract was up because there was a lot of arguing, there was a lot of destruction, and it pulled you out of character of who you are as a beautiful individual. It's like that darkness made you do things that you never thought you would do in your life, right? And okay, sweetheart. Yeah, see, and this is what I'm saying. So it's like they do things that they would not normally do, and it's because Father, when he comes in and says that, it's because all that pain, all the pain that you go through, you hold on to that. You hold on to that tower moment. And that's what gets you in your head of saying, look, I must not be good enough. I did everything, and this person treated me like a doormat. They wiped their feet on me. They didn't care, right? And Father was like, when it comes to it, it's like they changed who you are. They started taking that innocent soul being that you are, the one with the true unconditional love that would give anybody the shirt off of your back, the last dollar in your pocket, whatever it may be. You were the giver, never the taker, right? And this person kept taking, and taking. Father's saying that soul contract was to help you step in your journey and become that stronger you, so that when they brought your true person that is meant to be with you, you will know exactly what you need to do when you start seeing, oh, okay, well, this person is starting to do things kind of like the other person, all right? Never compare. But Father is saying, you start seeing these transactions of this new person starting to do what the old person did. Okay, that's where you have to go into you. Okay, your low frequency is drawing that same type of energy to you. And what it does is you start repeating that pattern. So I don't know how many of you, have had the different relationships, and it's like, why do I keep getting this same type of person? Why do I keep getting this person who don't want to put in the work? Why do I keep getting the one who doesn't want to communicate his feelings and treats me like garbage? Or she treat me like garbage. Take the energy how it resonates. But it's because your low frequency is bringing that energy in. So when you go to your inner child and you strengthen that and say, hey, listen, I don't want to live like that anymore. I'm tired of getting the same type of person and being on that hamster wheel. I want a new beginning. I want somebody who's going to love me like I love myself. I want somebody who's going to treat me good like I treat myself, and then you raise that vibration. What do you have? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, poof, somebody shows up in your life, and you're like, whoa, this is not my normal type of person, this is way different. So then you go into that learning lesson of, now, how do I, move through this relationship? Because this is all new to me. This is like, God bless me with the higher frequency of me working on myself, and now I'm in this new relationship or this new energy that came in, confirmation, thank you, Father. And you're like, whoa, this is so new. How do I go about this so that I don't mess it up, so that I don't sabotage this one? And that's where you have to find comfort within yourself, have that new beginning. Okay, Gabrielle, yes, that's beautiful. Yes, and you have to keep them vibrations raised high, because the thing is the higher that we get in our vibrations, the stronger them darker energies want to come in to see, did you really learn your lesson? Have you really, changed the things that you need to change? And as you see, you can build a very strong foundation, and you could be vibrating really high, and an energy comes in to test you, and it's like, whoa, okay. Absolutely. Everybody deserves to be loved, to have love and give love, because that's what we need. It's like Father says, we are that unconditional love. That is part of our purpose. All of us spiritual gifted are all about bringing that unity, bringing that divinity, bringing that unconditional love. We do not like to see other people being hurt purposely. Okay? And that's part of our purpose and our soul mission, is to find that comfort and satisfaction of, okay, this is what we need to do in order for this to be this way. It's like we have to completely deprogram the way we were programmed and conditioned with the karmic family, with childhood trauma, abusive relationships, addiction, people sticking to us. Yes, that's right. And, this is where a lot of people also get stuck too, because they start projecting out of, okay, this person did this to me. And you're like, I did everything that I could. It's not saying that you were the goody two-shoe in the relationship, okay? Because we're human. We make mistakes. We make errors. But when you take accountability, but the thing is somebody who has been very hurt, very deeply, very wounded are going to say, well, don't trust this type of person. Don't trust this. Don't trust this. That is them mirroring out, saying that's who they don't trust. And they're looking for somebody who went through the similar thing by projecting it out there and saying it. Right. And that trauma will keep building. Yes, Glory. Yes, we get very tired. Energetically, it is very tiring. But Gabriella, the thing is you, okay, that's right. Because with you not being happy, with you not being content and comfortable and satisfied within you, them traumas are going to keep triggering you, because Father is saying, look, I need you to come in, put the hard work in there, get the clarity of why that trauma keeps coming up. Why does it keep triggering you? Because your frequency is doing this. It goes up, and when that thought comes, it goes whoop, and then you try to raise it up, and it gets to about here, and it goes boom. And so you're like, your energy is doing this. So then that trauma that keeps coming up energetically, it's like now your body feels like, I just ran, 200 miles, and I feel so depleted. I feel like giving up. I feel like I'm just done with it. And Father says, no. Yeah, and staying in the present moment is great, but here's the thing, being in the present moment, you have to look at this, okay? You have to, because we have the different timelines, we have the timeline of our past, we have the timeline of our present, and we have that timeline of our future, right? We have 3 different timelines. That is where the roller coaster of the energy does this, right? So the thing is when you are transparent and vulnerable and say, hey, this is what happened. This is what I'm taking accountable for what I did. I may not have said nice things. I may not have done nice things. I'm taking accountability for that. You need to forgive yourself, and you need to forgive that person no matter how bad they hurt you. That drops that timeline off so that that trauma is now at the surface where them calmer waters are like, man, it feels so good to not have this trauma being triggered when somebody says something or I smell something or, an energy comes around me. It's like, oh, I feel so good because it's not triggering me anymore. Now I've got the clarity. I've got the clarity of what's going on. But the thing when it comes to forgiving, it's like, you're not forgiving them to shut down cycles for them. You're doing it for that healing for you. And by you forgiving, you also need to say and let go and let God have it. Because the thing is if you forgive, but you are not energetically saying, listen, I'm letting go of this. I'm getting rid of it. It's like, I forgave. I wish them well on their journey. I no longer want this. And you put it at the grace and mercy of God's feet. And you leave that baggage right there, Father's going to take that baggage and he's going to hide that baggage. What he's going to do is it's almost going to be like, he's putting it like, it's almost like you'll have Alzheimer's, okay? And it's no disrespect. This is how he's describing it to me. It's like you will have Alzheimer's because he will not allow you to bring that trauma up that you have healed. He will not allow it to keep coming back in. What he will allow is you to use that trauma as a testimony. How did you survive? How did you get through it? What work did you put in yourself? How did you micromanage all of this in this worldly setting? How did you overcome that? And it becomes your testimony. Okay. So that's the difference between holding on to the trauma and healing through the trauma, is being able to use your testimony of what you endured, whether it was mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually, or spiritually, by you being transparent and vulnerable and saying, this is what happened. I take accountability for, what I did, and I'm letting go and letting God have it. And I'm not coming back to pick it up. Okay. That's been a lot of baggage carried on me for a long time. And you're going to see that pain, now you are able to talk about it without shedding tears, because when you shed tears, that's your soul releasing what you can't speak of. And that's how people know that you don't have to say, I'm stuck mentally in my head. Right away, people are going to say, oh, you're at where I once was. I know that you're stuck mentally and it's got you trapped in your head and you're fighting them battles in your head. But instead of fighting it in your head, put it out with that throat chakra. Speak about it. Talk about it. Use your trauma as a testimony, as your purpose to be out there as that healing, right? That's what you were meant to do. Yes, it is. And the weight will lift off your shoulders more and more to where you're feeling like a feather. It feels like you're just kind of floating through life and everything just feels at peace, right? Because when you can truly balance that darkness, you'll have a new beginning, and your life is going to shift the way that you interact with people, the way your frequency is, the way that you're going to set healthy boundaries, and you're not going to allow these negative energies to come in and trigger you because you've allowed it to come out. You're no longer holding it here, creating that pressure between your right and left lobe, blocking your spiritual antenna, which is your pineal gland, where you calcify it. Because trust and believe, with all that trauma, you calcify your pineal gland, that can stop the downloads that you're getting spiritually. It can make you feel like, well, should I keep going on this journey or should I just give it up? I can't seem to fight between what's right in here and spiritually. And it puts you in that confliction. Don't allow it, soul family. Okay, that's great, sweetheart. I greatly appreciate you for the love and support too, and I'm glad that it's helping you. That is the main goal that I am trying to do for all of my soul family, is to help you step into your healing, to be that equal soul family, to be that beautiful flower that blossoms in so many different ways, but know how to transmute them negative energies, know how to transmute that trauma so you can have that new beautiful life. Okay? And it's like when you can transmute it, it's like, oh, and that's why people, when they look at me, they're like, okay, you are so energetic. Nobody can be that happy all the time. Trust and believe, I'm not happy all the time. I'm human. I experience the same things as you. Okay, soul family, I experience it. I just know how to transmute it so that I don't let it sit and trap me in my head anymore. Because I used to be in my head where, I was doing things, and I can't really say it on here, but soul family, you know how dark it can get. When you're doing self-infliction of hurting yourself, whether it comes to the addictions and everything else, we turn to that darker energy, right? But you can overcome it. You can overcome that darkness and have that new beginning when you learn how to balance them emotions. Because 33, the master teacher, is saying, look, I'm giving you the communication. I am trying to, 33 master teacher is our father saying, hey, I'm the uplifter. I'm trying to lift you up and make you like that phoenix and rise above these emotions that have held you down and them having that foot at your throat all this time. Okay, and the reason why when you're doing these things, sweetheart, and it reminds you of the trauma, okay, because Father is saying, listen, there is something from that trauma that you did not bring forward. Okay, and what I mean by that is I'm going to tell you, because this happened to me. Okay, this is straight testimony on the journey. So what happens is, we go through the trauma, right? We remember what happened, who did it, the placement, how it affected us, how it hurt us, whether it was mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually, or spiritually. And there's one missing piece that did not have forgiveness, okay? And so on my journey, I can say on my journey, this is how it happened. I thought I worked through all the trauma. I thought I was balancing everything out. Everything was moving forward. Something kept triggering this same thought, this same timeline, this same disgusting thing that had taken place. It kept coming up, and I'm like, why, of all things, does this one keep coming up? And it's like, I had to forgive myself because I was the victim of the abuse. Okay? I wasn't forgiving myself. And people say, well, I've forgiven myself. But when that certain situation comes up, Father wants you to look at all perspectives of it, okay? And say, is there something that I didn't take accountable for? Is there something that I said, something that I did that I didn't take accountability for? Or did I not forgive myself? Or did I not forgive another person that was involved in that situation? Because it will not close that cycle out, and it will keep coming to your mind until everyone who was involved in that situation, that cycle was closed. Okay, free white dove, yes. A lot of people make fun of me too, because all my friends who know me, it's like I will put on music and I'll dance around the kitchen, I'll dance around the house. I don't care. In the grocery store, I don't care where it is. It's like music, we all relate to music, right? That is a frequency of healing. So if you're directed to a certain song, look into it. Whoever wrote that song, that frequency right there, they have a certain hertz within their music. with that song. And it brings a certain type of healing. So when you, like me, I'm music is like my Achilles, okay? We all are connected through music. But when I can look at a song and I'd be like, oh, okay, it's in the 440 hertz based on, their tuning of their guitars, whether it's in the G, wherever it may be. The thing is I look deeper into it on a spiritual level. It's like people say you overanalyze things. No, I pay attention to all the spiritual messages that Father is bringing. And that 440 hertz, the way they have their guitar tuned, that is a master healer. That is an abundant healer. That is the ascended masters coming through saying, look, you resonate with this song because it is hitting you deep in them triggers to where you can turn around and say to that musician, because of that song, you saved my life. That's the master healer. That's the uplifter. That is the recognition of, whoa, now it becomes something bigger on the spiritual journey. Okay. Yeah. So you listen to the 440. So if you listen to 432 through 440, not only will it heal your energy with that frequency, but 432 hertz to 440 hertz, it starts healing physical. You can heal cancer with that. And I'm a testimony to that. You can heal cancer, diabetes, certain sicknesses within the body. Father gave the musicians that capability as that healer. That's why the song that they put out, the lyrics that they put out from the trauma that they've gone through, that hurts, is that healing. That's why they put that song out there. Yes, absolutely. Yes, the ones that make you cry. Oh, let me tell you, and I'm going to say this, and it's in memory of him, so hopefully nobody gets mad by me saying it, because he was an icon in my eyes, okay? This man was a spiritual gifted man. But every video I watch of Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. After all this time from 2017 up until now that they've been gone, every time I watch the video interviews with him or him singing his songs, the tears just start rolling. And the reason why is because I feel his pain. I feel how he cried out, and the people close to him were like this, even though they were up and doing their thing. It's like spiritually, they didn't get the synchronicities. They didn't see the signs and synchronicities. It's like they knew he was going through a rough time, but they didn't know how dark it really was. And so when you're spiritually gifted and you can see how dark somebody's thoughts are and the things that they're trapping in and holding in, it's like you try even harder to uplift them. And some get mad at you. They get scared of you. They run away. They go and hide. And it's like, then when they step into their spiritual awakened journey, they're like, now I understand this person was true the whole time. They came from true unconditional love. They wanted me to CBVOY, and they wanted HIC. They wanted me to create that best version of yourself and have that happiness because it's contagious, okay? It's like, whoa. Then you're just like, wait a minute. Wow. What do I do? What do I do? And then you start questioning. It's like, this person was right all along. Now I feel like a complete dumbass because I sat there and I treated them bad. I belittled them. I slandered them. I tried to make them look like they were the problem. If you separated from this person, it's like you were all at fault, okay? It's like, you can see what's going on. Spiritually, you are awakened soul family. You pick up the energies. You pick up the emotions. Now, I can tell you, this person that I was with, I know it scared the EBGBs out of him, because of the fact He didn't have to even be around me. I felt his emotions. I felt his energy. Every time that he was having an anxiety attack, a panic attack, every time that he was depressed, every time that he was tired and didn't want to get out of bed, I felt them energies. And so when I bring it up, hey, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. I'm okay. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Don't lie to me. That's one thing I can't stand. Somebody lying and saying I'm okay when it's okay to say we're not okay. We have emotions. We have trauma. We're not okay. We don't have to go around walking around saying, we're okay. We're okay. Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. No, that's a lie. Yes, absolutely. And because that trauma from your childhood, at first, when you came together with that person, it's like everything was like, whoa, we got a lot of synchronicities. Wow, we got a lot of things in common. And then all of a sudden, as you kept going, that communication, then all of a sudden it was like, boom, trigger, landmine, fight, scream, and it's like all them triggers started coming out because when you two came together, you were meant to trigger each other so that you could start healing. But what it did, where is it? What it did is it created the tower moment, and many of you separated. Many were scared, So it all plays a significant part on the journey. And that's where we have to look more deeper into using our spiritual gifts and saying, hey, because I'm telling you, when I say I scared the EBGBs out of this person, I even felt the energy when he was actually with another female behind my back. And I'm not one to accuse, right? Energetically, on an intimate level, I felt their energy and everything, okay? We're just friends. No, you're friends with benefits. Stop lying. I said you call her babe. No, I don't. Why are you saying that? And then all of a sudden, it's like towards the end when I pulled my energy back and I said, look, you go do your third party thing. I'm going to move on over here. I don't deserve to be treated that way. I'm loyal, dedicated, faithful. I don't deserve that. And I walked away. And you know what? Energetically, he came to me in the 5D and said, I wish I wouldn't have lied to you. I wish I would have told you the truth because you knew I was with her. You knew that she was a friend with benefits. And I thought because she was right here in the physical 3D and you were at a long distance from me, I thought that I could do this behind your back. But, ooh, you're spiritually awoken. You knew what was going on. And it scared me because you would call me out and I straight up lied to you. Yes. And them love triangles, it's real because when people get in them love triangles, and this is what I learned from my own journey, it may not resonate with everybody, but this is my testimony. Oh, hold on, let me see. Yes, and that's what a lot of people do. But on my journey, it's like he made up excuses after excuses after excuses. And I knew by his behavior because he was fumbling what I call fumbling the spiritual football, right? It's like he couldn't keep up with his lies anymore. It's like the text messages he was sending to her were coming through to me because that was Spirit's way of saying, you're not making this up. This is nothing you did. Okay, wish him well on his journey and send him off. And so when I said, hey, it's time for you to spread your wings, I'm going to go over here, because it's like you could tell he was putting more energy into that third party triangle because all of a sudden you no longer talked every day. Okay. He would ghost you. He would say, oh, I'll call you in a few minutes. And then it'd be 2-3 days later. Okay. His behavior changed. He could not keep up with the facade anymore. Boom. That's true testimony. Yes, yes. And each day, raising your frequency, doing that inner healing, you're going to see how your life shifts and transforms in the most beautiful way. Yep, me too. Me too. And the thing with that is, I look at it like this: I don't deserve to be treated like a rug. Neither do you. If they want to treat you like that, what that tells me spiritually, because I'm very into my connection with Father and my spiritual journey of my soul mission and my life purpose. The thing is when I feel these energies and I call it out, because I'm a true speaker. I'm 10,000% savagely blunt. Can't help it. I've always been that way. That's why my karmic family didn't like it either. Yes, yes, we have. We have. And did you know that Father's most chosen ones, who are very spiritual, go through the most hell? They go through the most trauma. They go through the most hurtful breakups, most beautiful abusive relationships. They have childhood trauma where, sexually, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, all of that. We go through the harshest. And I call it corporal punishment, because it is the harshest. And we're not out here in competition of who had it harder. Father says we can relate to each other, because it's like everything hits us. And it's like challenge after challenge after challenge. And because we're spiritual gifted, what happens? Spiritual warfare. We're attacked. We have people making false accusations about us who don't even know us. It's like, if you want to know me, come and you'll hear it straight from the horse's mouth. But these people who make accusations and falsehoods and lies about you as an individual, they have a lot of bondage. They're going through their addictions. They have a lot of tower moments that are coming in their life now, because Father is like, oh no, wait a minute here. You can't do that. This is not right. I'm bringing justice to this. And these people will go through these tower moments and blame you. Like, excuse me, let me get a drink. They will blame you every step of the way until they awaken. And then when they awaken, then they want to reconcile. They want to come back. They want to apologize. They want to admit their wrongs, because they're on their healing journey. And it is up to us to forgive them, to allow them to come in and speak. But I'm telling you, most of the energies that I hear and the people that I work with, I hear, well, he can't even come in and apologize. He can't even come in and say anything, or she can't come up, and make her wrongs right. They're too scared. They're too scared because they're right here instead of being right here. Yes, that's all I want. That's all I want, is I want happiness for my soul family, and I want happiness for myself and for my children. And the thing is we can have that. We can have that. Father says we just got to get the clarity from him, do the hard work, and watch everything come to a much more peace and tranquility. Okay? And to have that serendipity of, wow, I've struggled with this for so long, with this karmic family and childhood trauma and this pain and abuse and everything, and the loss of people who I love dearly. They may have not been my family by blood, but they were my family because my family didn't want me. And now I lost them. That's more pain and trauma. That's right. And it means so much to me that my soul family, because I am one of the most selflessness people ever. And when I say that, I truly mean it. And anybody who knows me can verify it for anybody. I am one of the most selflessness people ever, because I never think about just myself. My kids even got on me and said, Mom, what are you doing? It's like you're going through your cancer stuff, but you're helping all these people. And you just keep going and going and going and going. And I said, hey, that's what God called me to do. That's who I am. I'm going to stand in my integrity. I'm going to be my true authentic self. And if people don't like it, there ain't nothing I can do. They either love me for who I am, or Father says, look, on an emotional level, they're not meant to be in my life, right? And some people, when you help them out and you're there for them and you help them rebuild their life, and then they turn around and come in and smack you, right? They door ding you pretty much, right? And you're like, where did that come from? And it's because there's some things that they didn't want to heal. So that darkness that was in their head whispered in their ears and said, betray this person, deceive them, steal from them, hurt them in the most biggest way, make up lies, get everybody to wreck their reputation and do this and do that. When really all they had to do is go in and do some healing. Thank you, Sister Luana. I greatly appreciate you, sweetheart. You are a sweetheart too. I love you. Yes. Let me see what. Okay. Okay. Well, you know, Gabriella, this is what I say to anybody in our soul family that is here. If you feel like you got to cry, let it out. That is your soul trying to release that hurt and pain that you don't know how to put in words, sweetheart. Let it out. Cry it out. Shed them tears. That does not define you as a weakling, okay? That shows that you are strong because you're allowing your soul to heal along with your heart to heal. You're allowing that broken heart to have that beautiful soil come in and plant new seeds on how to do things. So if you feel like crying, anybody in the soul family here, if you feel like crying, let it out. I'm going to tell you true testimony. Sister Luana can really put it out there, because even me this summer, I am who I am. And like I said, I go through the same stuff that you guys go through. And I've been on this journey for a very long time. And that's why I've traveled for 8 years. I've been solo. So low, because I needed to work on me. That's how deep my trauma was, you know. But I cried on here. I broke down in tears, didn't I, soul family? Because I am who I am. And if I'm going to give you that advice, I will not be a hypocrite. Okay? That's what I'm saying, beautiful soul family. Let it out. If you have to cry, don't be ashamed. When you're shedding them tears, know your soul is healing. Yes, thank you, Gabriella. My soul family, you are so amazing. Because the thing is we have to understand that we have been programmed. Do not cry or you're a sissy. Do not speak about it, you know, or people are going to shame blame you. No, we're reprogramming that. Nobody should be trapped in their head. We should be coming from that unconditional love and uplifting our soul family. Let it out. Let it out. Cry it out. It doesn't matter. You know how many nights that I've laid on my pillow and drenched my pillow, hugged my pillow, screamed in my pillow, punched my pillow? That's releasing. That's releasing, and that's what we need to do, because we can't hold it in no more. That's the devil trying to build a stronghold and overpower us in our energetic vessel. And as soul family, we need to come stronger. We need to come stronger and be there and be that pillar of strength, be that uplifter for our soul family, because this journey is hard. Yes, let it out. That pain, release it. When you feel like you can cry and you're trying to shut it down, that's that darker side trying to shut down of you healing. Don't do it. That pain that you're feeling, your soul is wanting to heal from that. Let it go. Let it go. because that shows that you truly love yourself. You love the mission and the soul purpose that Father's got you on, and you love your soul family, and you want to be that testimony and say, listen, I was in the most darkest, dingiest dungeon that I was constrained and tied down to from my karmic family. This is my testimony. Darkest place. I mean, when you say self-sabotaging, I didn't want to be here anymore. But as I started to work on myself, it's like I started coming out of that dark space and more, focusing on God has always made me a loving, kind, giving person. Always there, always worrying about other people's emotions. How are they feeling? Are they okay? Is there anything that needs to be done? Can I help? And be there for them. And then all of a sudden, it's like I came down with my cancer stuff, died them times. And I thought, wait a minute. I need to stop taking my life for granted. I need to start appreciating my life, because he not only gave me a second chance once, twice, 3, almost 4 times. And 2 of them times I had to have 6 blood transfusions in order to bring me back. But God said, my child, I'm not done with you yet. Yeah, don't shut it down. Don't shut it down. And don't be scared. Don't be scared. And the reason why I say that, sweetheart, is do not be scared. Okay, the only thing that you should be scared of is our Father and the consequences when it comes to us doing our inner work. If you have new ideas, if you have new creations, if you have new connections, do not be afraid. Yes, absolutely, Sister Luana. Absolutely, you said it perfectly. Absolutely. Because the thing is what we can't say, our soul says it. And that's why you see people who will get angry, who will start punching things, because their soul is trying to release that negative emotion, right? But they're hurting themselves by doing it. The thing is when it comes to crying, you know how much better you will feel when you can just sit there and let it out? I mean, your eyes may become red, you may get a little puffy, but you know what? Deep in your soul, you just healed a portion of your soul that you didn't know how to heal, that you didn't have the courage and the strength to heal. Yes, and that's where you have to balance of what is your anxiety versus what is the collective's anxiety. Because us as light workers, us as, star seeds, God gives us our each own individual names, okay? And purposes and soul missions. But the thing is if we're picking up others' residue and we're not transmuting that energy, what does it do? So family, it gets us tired. It gets us aggravated. We read nothing but negative energy because we're listening to all that toxicity and that negative energy come in. And so you'll find, and it's no disrespect to any readers out here, okay, because they're our soul family. And it's like, the thing is you start reading all this negative, and people are just like, wow, where is this coming from? And see, I just had the tear as I said that. I had one single tear come out because I'm picking up a divine masculine who is battling right now on this. Yeah, and that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to try to block it, okay? What you want to try to do is when you say, well, I'm going to block that negative energy, no, that's not doing your soul mission or your light work, okay? What you do is you say, okay, Father, I am working on me right now. I'm dealing with this, and I'm asking you to come in and remove them lower energies. When you say remove them lower energies immediately, poof. It's like, where'd they go? Because you are literally feeling him energetically come up and grab them by their shirt and say, my child's doing that inner work, strengthening him or herself. And I'm not going to have that toxic energy coming and whispering in his or her ear. It's not going to happen. So when you say block, no. And to each their own. Everybody has their free will. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you from my testimony, Father has taught me to say, Father, come in and remove them energies immediately. Or Archangel Michael, come in and remove them energies immediately. Because the thing is you're not going to have to sit here and wait for them to where you have to release their energies and then try to deal with your own energy of what they were trying to do to you. Now that just came massive fusion where you're like, you know what? And I did this myself. That's why I'm showing you. You know what? No, I'm taking a break from this. I can't do this anymore. And Father says, no, you can do this. And it's like, okay, I'm not taking a break then. Yes. Now, when that comes in, the thing is like I said, you want to ask whether it's our Father, whether, you call it the universe, however you resonate with it, sweetheart, because to each their own. I will not, imprint it on somebody to say this or do this. I know who I follow. But the thing, when that comes in, these negative energies that are spiritually attacking you, and really trying to hold you down, okay? And it stops you from communicating. It isolates you from being around people. You don't want to be in the presence. You don't want to be that love and light, right? Because they're trying to hold you down at your throat. Ask them to remove it immediately. That saves your energy from having to block the energy, wait for the energy to be removed, then transmute that energy that's negative there, and then work on you. And I'm telling you. Okay, perfect, beautiful. Like I said, I'm not here pushing anything on anybody. Like I had a couple people say, oh, she's trying to push the Bible on you, and she's trying to control, and she's trying to get you to do this. And no. Mine's all testimony and messages from God to create that best version of yourself as our soul family, because I've walked the journey. I've been in these hard places, and they're not easy to come out. I didn't have this, okay? And when Father's saying this, now mind you, I've done this for 30 plus years, but never was I on the internet, okay? I don't watch TV because that's toxic, all right? Me and the computers and phones have a love-hate relationship. It wasn't until, and I'm going to show you because my friend painted and gave me this, okay? She did this for me, and it was beautiful. So I opened up this where she painted this for me. I don't know if you guys can see it without the reflection. She tried to do, the 3 important to her off the top. She was trying to collaborate it with me. And okay, Sadhguru, yep, I will in a minute, sweetheart. The thing is she painted this for me, and it wasn't until March of 2020 when I actually came on the internet to do this and speak directly to you, soul family. Otherwise, energetically, I was doing it just in my community and helping my community, and Father says, no, you need to go worldly, my child, you need to go worldly. So then it was expanded on October 4th of 2021, and I expanded it because Father said, listen, I've given you the capability with your healing hands, and he expanded me on my awakening to something much bigger and much greater. So on my expansion, she painted me this. Now, mind you, this is a person who had ideas, didn't believe in herself, had depression, but I worked with her, and she reached inside herself and found a talent. Okay, this is the beginning. And now she's doing it all the time. And she is so high leveled at it. She's so good, you know? Sadhguru. Okay. All right. So you have a spiritual journey, Sadhguru. Okay. You have a spiritual journey of your courage. There's something about, Father is talking about something that you were very courageous, and you have a spiritual journey to be able to communicate and stand in your power with some type of communication and that courage and strength. Okay. The thing is I'm also hearing that you have co-created things on that communication. And he says he wants you to step deeper into your gifts. Yes, Gabriella, you do. Every one of us, Father appointed every one of us a gift. Now, there's a lot of our soul family who is still sleeping, who refuses to be awoken because they are scared of the journey, literally scared. And you know what? You communicate well, not only when you're happy, but you communicate well telepathically in your 5D also, Father is saying. Yes, it is a scary journey. It is a scary journey for people to come into. But when Father can bring you to your soul family and understand you're not weird. You know, it's like they wanted to paint us as an outcast. They wanted to put us as the black sheep of the family, right? Father said, no, I handcrafted and gifted each and every one of you to have specific gifts, talents, and skills. Some of which, soul family, I'm telling you, you haven't even tapped into them yet, okay? Sadhguru, did you get what I said for you? Yes, and so a lot of our soul family hasn't even begun to tap into the gifts deep down, because it's like you see other people doing it and you want to compare yourself. Well, am I going to be that good, or am I going to look like a joke? Or can I do this, or is it going to make me look funny, you know, or are people going to make fun of me? Okay, sweetheart, I just wanted to make sure that you had gotten your message of there's something about you and your courageousness and your communication. And Father, he's also showing me, I don't know why he's showing me something about the fishing or fish, something, there's something going on. Oh, okay, thank you, Father. Okay, so you're a nurturer. You're a nurturer. It's like you give and you help others and you supply them. You take care of, like, the homeless. You do something where you give. Yes, and that's the thing too, Gabriella. You want to raise your vibrations and you want to attune your gifts much greater before you go out there and fully put it in, because that's where that stronghold of the devil is going to come in right here and put you right here, and it's going to say, okay, I have this idea, but it's going to bring up insecurities, it's going to bring up self-doubt. Okay, it's going to make you feel this lack of confidence, like you're not secure within yourself. So he said, strengthen your gifts, attune into it, work on it each day. All of our soul family should be working to strengthen your gifts at least an hour a day, okay? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's, see, soul family, we are all beautifully sewn into that garment with Father of the way he co-created us and our gifts and our skills. Okay, yeah, and a lot of subliminals and affirmations, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So that's part of your mission. Okay, there's something when it comes to your communication, but you have to gain that self-confidence, sweetheart, and you have to release that inner turmoil. Okay, let your body cry it out. And I'm telling you, you're going to be like, ah. And a lot of you soul family, we all know, but Father says he knows that I always put it out there and, subtle reminders for our soul family, because our soul family, just like me, I had just a gold flake that just came flying out of nowhere. Can you see that gold flake? Right there. It just came out of nowhere. I'm going to leave it set over here by the candle because Father put it by the candle of passion. Okay. Okay, Purple Bird. Thank you so much for the love and support, sister. Good night. Lots of love to you, Purple Bird, and I hope you have a fantastic Friday tomorrow, and I will talk to you soon, Purple Bird, okay? Good night, sweetheart. Sending love to the family. Okay, Gabriella says, I'm trying to figure out how not to process my thoughts and to let them pass. Oh, no. You can't. You have to process them thoughts. Okay, the thoughts that you are thinking, whether they're negative or positive, you need to process them. Where is them negative thoughts coming from? Who is interlocked in them negative thoughts? What trauma is locked to that negative thought or positive? Instead of just let them pass, that is saying, okay, look, I don't want to deal with this part of it, so I'm just going to pass it down this way. Okay, and even if you don't know, this is where go in. Well, this is what I like to do, but with the weather, some of you are in cold weather, some of you are in warm weather. When it comes to them negative thoughts, if they're negative thoughts or positive, we'll do negative first because that's where a lot of us tend to go. Okay, so if you're in warm weather, go out and put your bare feet on the grass, close your eyes, and just put your hands like this to openly receive. Close your eyes and say, guide me of where are these negative thoughts coming from? Show me what part of my trauma has triggered these thoughts so that I can get out of my head of that. So I can take that gear and shift that gear, because I'm tired of that gear being the one grinding all the negative thoughts. I want to take a gear pulley and pull that gear and put a different gear in there and shift it. Okay. So when you go out there, you can, like I said, bare feet on the ground. And when your hands are open like this, and you can have your arms out in wherever, you can put them right here if you want. As long as they're open, you're open to receiving what Father is trying to show you, because he will bring up that trauma where that negative thought is lodged down into that gear drive that stuck that gear to make you go, and that gear is like this and it's stuck. Okay, it's interlocked. It's not going anywhere, and you can't shake that thought out of your head. Father is saying, all right, show me, Father, and he will show you. Okay, this came from trauma, from the addictive behaviors that I grew up around in. And I don't know why I'm getting that, but it's for somebody. So Father's saying the addictive behaviors that I grew up around, that gear locked up for me. That negative emotion is now triggering me. So it puts me in this, because when I look back at my life, wow, that gear stuck. And I'm using myself as the analogy, okay? Because I don't point fingers out there to anybody and to each doing their healing work. But I look at it this way. So I'm using me as the analogy. Okay, so that gear stuck. And now this addiction that went on in this family that created this abuse and this trauma. Okay, now I'm doing the addiction. And then I go into recovery mode. But as going into recovery mode, did I ever forgive myself for all of the people I hurt, all the people I disrespected, all the physical, mentally, emotionally, spiritual pain that I caused? Did I put it out there energetically that I forgive all of what I did? And not just say, I forgive myself for being an ass. No, that's not what Father's looking for. He's saying take accountability of all of it, absorb all of it, and when you do that, that transmutes it. Okay, and that's beautiful, because now if you have dropped your addiction, first and foremost, I want to give you a hug right here. Pat yourself on the back. It takes a warrior to be able to stop the drinking, okay? To stop the addictions. Yes, free white dove. Absolutely. That's beautiful. Yes. And that is so true. Now, the thing is Gabriella, okay, and that's what I was getting, but I just wanted to make sure, because it's like with your drinking, and I'm not calling it out, okay? I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I will use my own self, okay? Because like I said, I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable, but I always speak the truth, and that's the way it always works. Okay, beautiful. 6 months. You know what that 6 months means? Father is saying you need to look at it this way. You made the growth, because 6 is all about the unconditional love for that growth. So you loved yourself enough to say, you know what? This is not working for me. I am not my true self. I become this monster. I become this vicious person. And when it does that, it starts wrecking relationships and the foundations around me. So that is all about change. Free white dove, 2 months. Yes, you found the balance, sweetheart. That's beautiful. Pat yourself, hugs. I love hearing my soul family, okay, of being able to stop drinking, doing these things, and to see it, it makes my heart just go boom, 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 because you are warriors. You are warriors. Anybody who puts the love in, it's like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And free white dove, that 2 months from cigarettes, is you needed to find balance, because your health was starting to show signs that if I don't do something, if I don't change this, not only is it slowing me down, not only is it physically, taking that effect on me and making me look older than I really am, and just having this impact of my breathing and everything else. You found that balance within yourself to say, you know what? Nuh-uh. I want to be healthy. I want to be able to do my mission. I want to be able to do my life journey and my soul mission. Absolutely, Gabrielle. Yes. Oh, free white dove. That, everybody, give free white dove and Gabriella and anybody else who is in recovery, and who, because we're all warriors, but anybody who is in recovery, big hugs. And I'm telling you, if you were face to face right now, I would give all of you a hug, because that takes courage. That takes strength. That takes self-love. That takes self-care. That takes of saying, I'm worthy of something so much greater. Why am I self-destructing myself? I need to step out of it. So, yes, you are welcome, sweetheart. You need to thank yourself too, because pat yourself on the back. I'm telling you. So, family, this is what I love to see. The people who are having that inner strength to make these subtle changes in your life that not only helps you physically, mentally, emotionally, but spiritually, it brings you into so much more. Yes, thank you, Sister Luana. Big hug, sweetheart. I love my soul family. You guys rock. I mean, you do. You rock. You don't understand. This is happiness to my heart, and my energy, as you can tell, it's like now you see me going because energetically, this is what I love to see, is being able to help the soul family lift up to where you need to be to create that best version of yourself, because you don't have to ride it alone. Everybody from your past wanted to make you ride it alone, but here we ride together. Here, if somebody breaks down with a flat tire, we help fix it up. You know, if the oil runs out of somebody's ambition, guess what? We will fill you up energetically. Yes, yes. I'm right there with you, sweetheart. So here's the thing. It's like caffeine. I quit drinking soda almost 14 years ago. Yes, that's what I need to do. Yes, you are so welcome. Yes, so I have not drinking soda for 14 years. But I did pick up going from soda, because in the hospital with my cancer stuff, they did it for my B2, 3, 6, and 12. And so my monsters were keeping that balance for my Bs, because my vitamin Ds were crashing because of the cancer. So it was like trying to find that balance. Well, then it become, oh, well, I need this. And it's like, no, I don't. So as I've been going on now, mind you, I used to drink a case of them. Okay. And they even did a stress test on my heart, and they're like, how come this is not affecting you? How come, most people after 2 or 3 would show signs with the heart? And Father says, nope. He did it because that was a supplement at the time to keep my B's up while my D's were falling, and it balanced things out. It is no excuse. But in this last, I would say 11 months, I can tell you that I went from a case of monsters to now I'm lucky if I drink 4 a month. And I tried to quit cold turkey, but I would get the caffeine headaches. Yes, Sister Luana. Yes, that's right. We all deserve it. We are all worthy and deserving, and we are receiving every bit of it from our Father. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so the caffeine is affecting your nervous system. Yes, that's because it's being dependent. It's being codependent on that. So yes. But you know what? We will all do it together. So family, we will do it together, because it's like we are not, everybody wants to think because we're on this journey that we think we're perfect, human beings. No, we're imperfectly perfect, flaws and all, but that's who makes us our beautiful selves, because we grow from the towers that we had to go through and step in to that brand new launch to go with the flow, to be abundant, to get the clarity. Yes. Okay. So, and here's with you bringing that up, sweetheart. Yes, I want to touch on that a little bit, because to me, I've been doing this a lot lately when people are really going through the hard times. Okay. It doesn't matter if you've got a huge success. Inside, you could still feel like we do, but you try to hide it and masquerade it. Now, others may be in that blue collar area, okay, and they've got that darkness, but they try to masquerade and just, push forward, put in the hard work, become a workaholic to try to think that they can push that all away. It's just going to keep coming back up. And then you have others that are in poverty, okay, and no matter what happens, if you don't see the beauty in everything, whether the small little micro things to the extravagant large things, we're taking it for granted. Now, if we're grateful for everything, this is what I always tell my kids, when you start going and getting in your head and you're trying to process this, you're trying to dig down if, where the trauma and everything, because they have trauma watching me die in front of them. Okay. They have trauma and I'm there to put it out there because it's something that happened to me that caused my kids to have trauma like that. But it's like, I tell them, be grateful for all the little things. Be grateful that you get to wake up for that day, that you're breathing, that you're walking, that you have clothes to wear, that you have shoes to wear, that you can brush your teeth, you can comb your hair, all the basics, and being thankful for. Because that's where a lot of people take things for granted. It's like, oh, well, these are the essentials and, we take them for granted. But the moment you don't have them, that's where you learn to appreciate. So, yes, being grateful and thankful. Okay. Like I said, today is Thankful Thursday, and I'm thankful for my soul family for being here, because you know that my true purpose is here to create that best version of yourself, and that happiness is contagious. Okay. That has been my main mission the whole time, is to help my soul family come up and be equal. It's like, I will never say that anybody's better than anybody. Nobody's greater or less than. No matter what status they live, their life and the things that they do, I find us equal. Yes. Yes, free white dove. Yes, be very humble. Be very humble and very thankful, and have gratitude, and have an attitude of gratitude for the people who came into your life during, whether it was the times of addiction or abuse or whatever. Be thankful and have an attitude of gratitude for them people that came in, because them people that came in helped you grow a little more. They helped you reach inside yourself, to find that inner strength. I don't want to keep doing this, So, it's like with my situation, like I said, for almost 11 months. Okay. Now, mind you, I've had a stable foundation except for when my home life. Yes, absolutely. And we all try to heal it, because like with my home life and my mother getting rid of me at 10 and everything else, and going through the foster homes and everything else, I had to learn how to do for me, right? It's like I was already isolated in this karmic family, and then they kind of pushed me here, pushed me there, go there, go there. And I didn't make good choices. I'm going to tell you, I didn't make good choices, because I was a baby having a baby, okay? And it's like, then I was working two jobs, and it was just like, when it got to that point, when I became of age, then I had enough money. I bought my first home, which was a mobile home. Okay. People call me trailer trash for that. Well, you know what? That's what I could afford at the time. Get over it. I'm a human, right? The thing is going on, I was able to upgrade when I became a nurse and started taking care of people physically, giving them their meds and doing the stuff in the hospital. It's like taking care of people. All of a sudden, it's like things changed, and then I had my 3-story home, and I had all these things. And it's like, I'm not a materialistic or monetary person. So it's like, why do they feel that they need to have all these things, So I started packing up 30-gallon bags and taking them and giving them to the Salvation Army and to the homeless people, and started teaching my kids, fill these bags up. We're going to go out to the homeless. We're going to give them clothes, jackets, shoes, everything. Whatever you haven't touched in 6 months, it's out of here. And so I started doing that, right? And after doing that, it's like, I had been stable. Good morning, you day. Good morning, soul family. Love you. Great to see you. The thing is I had a stable home, and I was the provider, okay? Because my divorce I mean, my marriage, not one, but two, didn't work out because they couldn't be faithful. They couldn't be honest. They couldn't be loyal. They couldn't be dedicated. They couldn't communicate. Yes, CBVOY and Hick. Yes, good to see you. Yes, absolutely. And being stable all them years and helping out these 13 people that bled me dry. And when I say bled dry, I have no regret helping them because that was my heart. Okay, but when they're stealing, lying, falsifying, abusing, and doing all these deceitful things, I gave up everything of what I had of helping them, ended up homeless, had to put everything in storages, and my soul family knows August 15th this summer, I lost everything, okay? And I mean everything from the time that I was a baby that I had all through, me doing everything, being mom and dad to my kids, being the provider, doing all these things, lost everything. All the precious memories, birth certificates, everything. As I'm still homeless. Okay? It doesn't change who I am. It doesn't make me a bad person. The thing is that people want to look at it and they want to categorize you. When you have that unconditional love and you are true to yourself and you are true and authentic and stand in your integrity of who you are, and no matter my situation, being homeless, going through my cancer, not having the food, not having the water, having to go and get 5-gallon jugs to bathe myself, okay, while dealing with my cancer, it didn't stop me from being on here and giving to my soul family every single night. It didn't stop me. And it never will. The fact is it doesn't matter what we go through. If you think it, know it, feel it, see it, vision it, and say, this is what I'm going to do, that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay? So, like I said, that's being on your purpose. That's understanding that no matter what we go through, people cannot judge us. We are here to do the healing. Hold on, let me... Yes, and see, and that's the one thing is when you learn to be compassionate to yourself, it comes automatically, free white dove, okay? When you learn how to love yourself, that comes automatically. And a lot of people, when they see that you are your true authentic self and you stand in your integrity and you are being that true being, and people want to come in and falsify and, make accusations and do all these hurtful things to try to create a tower in your life, but you stay true and you have never, ever detered off the path of who you are through years and years. Yeah, that's having an attitude of gratitude. So Uday, yes, we are doing all about questions. We are all about, being transparent and vulnerable to the healing journey. So family, how we do it. Okay, we've got so many more beautiful newcomers and soul family to the journey. And I always make sure that everybody knows that even if you're fighting depression, that anxiety, the PTSD, the triggers, whether you have things that, how do I say it? It's like, even if you've been diagnosed with certain things, okay? The thing is when you come into healing that trauma, you will see God come in and lift a lot of them that once tried to hold you down energetically. It will bring you abundant. It will start making you really see that, oh, by healing me, by doing for me, it's changing all of this, right? And that's because we're all using the resources to stand in our power. Now you see the 3 blind mice? Because some of our soul family, they're still sleeping. They're still hiding. They're still hurting. But this is where we need to take that step, communicate it, balance them emotions out, and stand in our power of who we are, because God is guiding us. He is guiding us to give and receive, family. Yes, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I need to get a drink here a moment. All right. Is there anybody's question that I did miss? Because I try to catch it as fast as it comes up. Or does anybody want to ask any questions, or wanting to know how do you do a certain thing or anything like that, like we've been talking about? Because Father said this is what is strengthening us, so family. This is what is helping people come out of that darkness, that are feeling repressed, that are feeling like they're alone. It's bringing things to them calmer waters, right? It's climbing out of that darkness and balancing ourselves to be able to persevere forward, because it's like we're getting that foresight and now we're making preparation. And why are we making preparation? Because we're illuminating them illusions. We're standing in our power and putting things to rest that no longer serve us. We're tired of being inflicted with this pain and this trauma that is continuously holding us back, stopping us from creating, stopping us from the dreams and goals and desires that we want, right? All right. Are we still? Hold on. Oops, hold on. Oh no, what happened? Back up. There we go. Me and the electronics, I'm telling you, I don't want to hit the wrong button, so I'm trying to scroll back and make sure that I didn't. Okay, well, Gabriella, are you still in here, sweetheart? So family, okay. Yeah, I have that love-hate relationship. And, you know, I've actually been trying to teach myself on it. And I'm telling you, if I had somebody who was an expert in all that little creativity and they could show me, you know, I would be happier than a buzzard on a poo wagon, because it's like, you show me, boom. All you have to do is show me once and I get it, you know. But if I have to go in there and try to figure out, and then me, it's like I click on this stuff and it's like, no, don't do that, you know, don't just click on these things. It's like, okay. Yes, and the neat thing is I'm super excited for when I can learn fully of the things that I want, because there's so much. I mean, I'm a very creative, artistic person, okay? And when I say artistic, it's like God gave me so many different gifts and talents. It's not bragging or boasting. It's like some of this stuff is like, where did it come from? You know, I know it came from our Father, but it's like the things that He's wanting me to be able to co-create and step into, it's like it has to do with this technology stuff, and it's like, you know, but slowly we'll work through it. Slowly I'll get it figured out. It's like I'll balance it out. It's part of my purpose. I know it. It's just frustrating, because when I have questions about it, it's like my twin flame hasn't even dreamed of coming in yet, you know. Well, he's dreamed of it. Yes, I shouldn't put it that way. Excuse me. Sorry, twin flame, if you are watching this. But the thing is I don't have that companion that will come in and say, hey, what do you want to do? And I'll tell him, and then he'll say, okay, well, you got to do this, 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 and this. Oh, well, I greatly appreciate that. And then I'm sitting here co-creating, Yeah. Yep, I'm old school. I'm old school, but the thing is, yeah, I do need to get up with the times, and that's what I've been doing. I buy, like before, there's these expensive desktop computers and all these other things so that I can learn this stuff, and it's just like, and I know I need to be up with the times. I don't know where all these glitter flakes are coming from because I don't do glitter. I don't wear makeup. I'm all natural, So I don't know where they're coming from. And Father's saying they're coming from your angel wings. Not mine, but my angels that are watching over me. But yes, I definitely need to be up with the times, and that's what I've been doing. I'm a quick learner. And it doesn't matter how many degrees I've got and all that. That doesn't mean nothing. What I'm saying is I need the time to be able to sit down and figure out, because I can do the basics on a laptop, no problem. When it comes to my YouTube channels, to my Facebook channel, or page, excuse me, I know how to operate all of that. I know right where to go, what to do. But when it comes to this creation that I'm trying to do, it's like one of our soul families said something about FL, and I didn't catch the rest of it, and I tried to go back to look for it, but that's a lot of comments to try to go back through and figure out which video. It was something FL, and so I've been trying to search all these different ones and try to be able to put it together, and then I go and buy this equipment, okay? And I'm telling you, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle because let me grab it. Hold on, so family, hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Come hither. I just gotta grab it here. I'm right here. I didn't go anywhere. I just have to get it out. Ugh. That one doesn't want to come out. There we go. Just took me a second. Let me grab it and then I'll show you. So, I'm telling you. Okay. So, I bought the professional microphone stuff, okay? I bought the live sound card stuff, and I bought my beatbox, okay? There's so many things that I want to do because I love music, and I got my kimbalaya, I got my tongue drum, I've got my flute, I've got everything of what I want, but this computer stuff, I need to know what are the best programs, because everybody says, well, you're on here teaching us on our spiritual journey, but there's things that I'd love to be taught too. I'm not a know-it-all, because that's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm showing you, it's like, I got all this stuff that I have had, since everything, everything from storage, my whole life was taken from me. I'm now starting to bring back certain pieces. Now, these were actually gifted to me. I did not buy these myself, okay? My best friend had gotten me these because she was like, everything, your guitars, everything are gone. And I'm telling you, I had some nice guitars, my BC Goodrich and my Gibson, okay? I was teaching myself how to play guitar. I actually also, where is that? Well, I'll do it on another video, but, for music lovers, guitar lovers and stuff, I actually, one of the riff gods, I call him my riff god because, Dimebag Darrell, he was a riff god on the guitars, and I actually have my book signed from him with the CD, with him and Vinny, and, it's stuff like that. But yeah, my best friend is the one that got me this stuff, And my youngest son has put something together or whatever, saying there's a few other things that I need or whatever for that. And I'm still trying to get the laptop from when the explosion happened, you know. So like I said, it's starting to come together. I'm starting to get things that are all for it. So when I say anybody who does make a donation to my Cash App that's down in the description box, this is what it goes for. It goes for the soul family, because this is going to allow my soul family to come on if they want, you know, like we can do where, I don't know what they call it, but I don't know the terminology for it, but I'm just going to say it how I say it. So you can invite guests on there where it'll pop up, and I've got the screen already for the one, but we can have people join in. Okay, so family, you'll be joining in live to the world out there, you know, if you ain't afraid. But yeah, it's just taking time. The only thing that's kept me down for this last, Luana, Sister Luana, it's been what, 2 weeks now that my computer has been down? Well, I shouldn't say down, it's fried. Okay, when that explosion happened, it fried. Yes. Yeah, so I mean, it like fried my 1 terabyte computer, you know, and it's just like now I'm doing everything off the phone. That's why you don't see my, you know, specific thumbnails up with the titles and everything. Right now, you just see my picture up there because I'm still trying to figure out on this phone. And every time I try to touch one of these buttons down here, oh, thank you, sister. Thank you. Every time I try to touch one of these buttons down here, it comes up with these different things. And it's like, oh no, I don't want to lose my life with my soul family. So, but yeah, it's coming together again. It's just taking that time. So that's just like our journeys. It takes time for healing. It takes time for processing. It takes time to evolve. And it takes time to learn how to transmute what's going on between these 2 ears right here, and be able to transmute it and understand that our trauma that we went through is no longer here to hold us down and hold us back. It is to be that testimonial work, okay? It's to be grateful and have that attitude of gratitude. Yes, beautiful. Wow, I didn't know we were already at 2:17. Woo! So family, don't feel bad if you say, hey, you know, this is what time it is on here, you know, because when I start giving messages and doing the healing for us, it's like time's fluid. I don't even see the time. So yes, that is the beautiful messages for tonight. Like I said, I already have Father, because when I took off last night and just was able to ground with Father, you know, I have to do that too sometimes, where I'm on here and I need to take that time for me just to connect with Father and get the affirmations from him. Yes, thank you so much, sister. I greatly appreciate all my soul family. I love my soul family. Thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for being here and being courageous and being that warrior to say, look, now I know I'm not the only one who's fighting these demons in my head, these negative thoughts. I have a soul family right here that understands me, understands the journey, and is helping me transmute it and uplift it. Okay. So like I said, I have 19 other videos that are going to come up. Some are going to be shorts, I think, because Father was saying that there's a few of them where we've already done, but they're going to be a short to remind, or yeah, remind, he's saying. So other than that, anybody trying to get a hold of me, down in that description box, and if you don't know where the description box is, where the the title of the video, there's a little arrow that points down that says more. Click on that. That description box will drop down. You'll be able to read what I actually put in the description box for you, soul family. And anybody trying to get a hold of me, my email is in there. Anybody who wants to leave a donation, my Cash App is down in there. Like I said, I always put it back out to the soul family. Yes, yes. Thank you, Free White Dove. Yes, I always thank my guides, my father, and all my spiritual team. Okay, I've got a very massive spiritual team. But I also wanted to let you know, soul family, before we go. Now, remember the other night when I showed you the I Am Bible? Okay? Tomorrow I go pick up 5 more of them. Okay? And as you can see, you can look it up and you can see it doesn't matter. But I take and I give back. And I give back. So we're going to be doing something where our soul family who wants to participate can win the I Am Bible. Okay? And Sister Luana and Uday and the ones that have been here from the beginning, you know that when I say, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. But yes, there will be 5 of them that will be doing something for you to be able to win I Am Bible. Okay? So lots of love and light. It is Thankful Thursday. Make sure you thank the people that have come in your life, who have left your life. Make sure you thank for the people that came in your life that are here for that reason, season, and a lifetime right now. And just know, soul family, we are in this together. So much love to you. God bless you all. May all your wishes, goals, dreams, and desires come true. Anybody going through that time right now that needs the pillars of strength, Father will come in and lift you up and put you on that rock with his right hand and in his season, okay, to get you through, because he will guide you to where you need to be, which he did. So I love you all for being here. God bless you. Yes, Sister Luana, I am so excited for you. It's actually going out tomorrow morning. And so when I asked the lady at the post office, she said that you should get it no later than Monday. And I will give you the tracking number, so you can track it, and you'll have to sign for it. Okay, sister? But I'm telling you, you know me, I give back, I give back. It's not, when I ask for help, because I've never been one to ask for help. So when I ask for help or I ask for donations or anything, it's because right now I truly need it. And if I don't need it, I will never ask. I will never ask. So just so we know that, soul family, I am not here about the money. I'm here to create that best version of you. Okay? Yes, you are so welcome. Much love to all of you. God bless you. It's Thankful Thursday. 2222222. That is massive, because we're building a stronger foundation. Okay? Love you. Good night. Good day. God bless. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.